Hold on tight, pioneers, because what's about to unfold could be the most exciting turn of events in the Pi Network saga since the mainnet launch itself. The buzz is hotter than ever right now. Something huge is going down today, May 14, and it's sending shockwaves through the entire Pi community. We're talking about potential announcements that could dramatically shift PiCoin's value, developer activity, and maybe even shake up the entire crypto space. Could today be the moment we've all been waiting for? Now here's a question for all of you riding this wave. If PiCoin was to suddenly get listed on a top-tier exchange like Binance or Coinbase today, what's the first thing you would do? Panic sell, HODL, or double down? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. And hey, if you're just catching up, don't worry, I've got you covered. Check out my previous videos to stay up to speed on everything Pi Network. Links in the description below. While you're down there, do me a quick favor. Type Pi Network to the moon and add your country name in the comments. Let's see how global our Pi family really is. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support this channel so I can keep bringing you top quality Pi Network updates. Also, make sure to join the Telegram and Facebook community. Links are down below too. And of course, friendly reminder, this video is purely for entertainment and informational purposes. It's not financial advice. Now let's dive into this potential Pi bombshell together. It's May 14th, and if you've been following the pulse of the Pi Network, you know that today isn't just any ordinary day. It's the day we might witness some of the most defining updates to ever hit the Pi ecosystem, news that could directly influence how PiCoin is valued moving forward. The buzz is all over the consensus event, where the Pi Core team is expected to deliver highly anticipated ecosystem news. And if you've noticed the recent surge in PiCoin value, you already know the market is hyped. But what exactly are we watching for? What announcements might break the internet, or at least break Pi Twitter? Let's take a little journey through the three most anticipated developments. These aren't just random guesses. They're backed by signals, previous patterns, and pure Pi logic. The first major theory floating around is the introduction of an ecosystem fund. It might not sound glamorous at first, but stick with me. This could be game-changing. If you look at successful Layer 1 and Layer 2 chains out there, they've all got one thing in common: serious funding to attract developers. Solana set the bar high with a $300 million fund. Polygon didn't come to play either. They launched a $415 million incentive pool. Even Aptos, Avalanche, and Arbitrum made moves with massive funds to ignite dApp innovation on their platforms. Why? Because developers need backing. You can't just ask people to build without giving them a runway, especially when you're trying to bootstrap a brand new economy like Pi's. Right now, the Pi ecosystem is solid in vision, but still lacking traction when it comes to real-world decentralized apps and utility. A dedicated ecosystem fund could flip that narrative overnight. We're talking about real support for devs working in DeFi, gaming, social media, and even Pi-powered marketplaces. Imagine a flood of creators building apps for pioneers to use in the real world. Apps that are powered by Pi, that drive demand for Pi, and that live within the ecosystem. That's not just news, it's a long-term catalyst for value creation. But that's just the first piece of the puzzle. The second, and arguably most buzzworthy speculation, is a PiCoin exchange listing. And not just any exchange, we're talking Tier 1 giants, Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, or maybe even Upbit. Right now, PiCoin is trading on platforms like MEXC, Bitmart, and OKX. But let's be honest, they're not quite the same tier as the global juggernauts. And for Pi to go truly mainstream, that big listing moment is crucial. Now let's temper the hype a little bit. Historically, exchanges don't announce listings in advance. It's not typical for projects to tease it either. So, while there's a huge crowd betting on a listing reveal at today's event, it might be a long shot. The Pi Core team has been pretty disciplined about not hyping up exchange listings, so don't expect a Binance bombshell just yet. Still, if one of these listings were to happen, the impact would be nuclear. Just look at what happened with Orca. It surged over 200% in a single day when it got listed on Upbit. A PiCoin listing would easily match, if not exceed, that kind of jump. The hype is real, and the FOMO would be next level. Now let's talk about the third wild card, a potential token burn. This one's a favorite among tokenomics fans. For those new to the concept, a token burn means permanently removing a chunk of tokens from circulation by sending them to a wallet no one can access. This lowers the total supply and often boosts the price by creating scarcity. If Pi Network were to announce a large-scale burn, it would instantly signal to the market that they're serious about long-term price appreciation and value control. And here's why a burn is more than just a dream. The numbers don't lie. Over 1.3 billion Pi tokens are expected to unlock this year, with billions more possibly entering circulation in the future. That's a heavy supply load that could crush momentum if not managed correctly. A burn event would not only control inflation but also send a strong signal to investors that Pi Coin's value matters to the network. It's a message that says, we're not just about hype, we're about economics that work. Let's connect all three possibilities now. You have the ecosystem fund, which sets up long-term success by attracting developers and building real-world Pi applications. Then you have the potential for a high-profile exchange listing, which could supercharge visibility and investor interest, driving the price upward in a very short window. And finally, the burn, which, let's be honest, would be a masterstroke in tightening supply and reinforcing price. Each of these possibilities carries its own weight. An exchange listing might spark immediate fireworks. A burn would bring mid-term price stability and investor confidence. And the ecosystem fund would pave the road for sustained growth over years. While we don't know exactly what the core team will unveil, the signs are there. Something big is brewing and the crypto world is watching. But let's not forget, all of this is happening in the context of Pi Network's recent transition into open mainnet. Mining has ended. The system is evolving. Real applications are being tested. KYC is now a major part of onboarding new users, and many are still dealing with tentative approvals or stuck migration processes. So if there was ever a moment where a bold move could clarify the future, today is that day. Whether it's about unlocking liquidity through listings, tightening supply through burns, or expanding the universe with a fund, the fact remains, Pi Network is at an inflection point. The core team knows it, the market knows it, and you as a pioneer are right in the center of it all. So, here's the takeaway. Stay sharp, keep your notifications on. Any of these announcements could drop at any moment, and if they do, you'll want to be among the first to react. Whether that means making a play, spreading the word, or just soaking in the glow of being early to one of the most fascinating projects in crypto. So there you have it, pioneers. We explored the three most talked about Pi Network updates possibly being revealed today: an ecosystem fund to kickstart development, a game-changing token burn, and the ultimate dream, Tier 1 exchange listings. Each of these could shake the market in its own way, and all eyes are on the core team to see what cards they'll play. If you enjoyed this breakdown, do your part, like, share, and smash that subscribe button to help us keep bringing you the freshest, most relevant Pi Network news out there. Your support makes all the difference. Now let's keep the conversation going. Which of these announcements do you think is most likely to happen today? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you've got questions, opinions, or just want to share your Pi journey, leave a comment too. I read them all. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.